Hello, my cherished ducklings. I'm Peri Lyons. This is A1R Radio and Moonstruck TV, and I'm here live for you because Dad would make for kind of a boring show. Live for you every 9 p.m. on Wednesday nights, Eastern Standard Time. And you can hear us in Canada and all of the United Kingdom, like Scotland and Wales and Ireland and England and all that stuff, all that fancy masterpiece theater, United Kingdom sort of stuff. On New Zealand, Australia, all of America, and I'm sure like Jupiter, other places we haven't thought of. But I'm here tonight for your questions, and I'm here to give you loving, accurate, helpful, slightly goofy answers, because that's what I do. It's funny. I work with clients as both kind of a life coach, and I guess since I'm a medium, I'm also an afterlife coach. But one of the things that I've noticed this week, the two things. One is almost everybody I know stayed in bed the entire day, at least one out of the last 4 days. So if you've done that, don't feel bad. It's all of us kind of just recovering and taking a deep breath. Second thing I've noticed is that, everybody talks about manifestation, and manifestation is great, and you can do it. But here's the thing. Allow yourself to be surprised. If you're doing a dream board, or if you make a very strong intention and send it out in the universe with a lot of focus and all that good stuff, let the results surprise you. 'Cause sometimes what manifestations are for is not only to give us what's sort of our birthright, by which I mean happiness and prosperity, not necessarily a BMW, although that's nice too. Um, but to also, oh, hi, Lori, Choctaw, Oklahoma. Cool.
Yes,
Hi, sweetie. I'll be with you in about 4 minutes. I'm going to do the psychic weather. Do you mind hanging out and waiting?
That's totally
and what I'm going to ask you to, thank you. What I'm going to ask you to do is breathe in very deeply and then let your breath out like this, like you're blowing out a birthday candle or like your whoopee cushion for kind of all the time you're waiting. So just relax into it. What that breath does is it stimulates our vagus nerve, VAGUS, as opposed to our vagus nerve, which is a little different. If we stimulate that, we wake up in a hotel room with no money and 3 angry sex workers. But enough about my private life.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm gonna do some of this stuff. Thank you for hanging out. I'm so glad you're here. Hey, I get the best
Thank
people.
you.
Sure. Where was I with this? Oh, so one of the other things the universe wants us to learn during manifestation is how to kind of keep being surprised by life in the nicest possible way. And that's all. I've now forgotten what I was saying before. The other thing I wanted to share with you is when this work came and found me, which it did. I was just a normal musician. I was in high fashion. I started out modeling. I was singing at night. Had a pretty normal life. And then dead people started showing up. And because I'm well brought up, I had to be nice to them. But I never believed in life after death until they started showing up and introducing themselves accurately. I never believed in angels until one rescued me. I have witnesses for that too. I never believed in all of this stuff that it's not even like I believe it because I don't believe in the table. I know the table's there. There's a table there. You can't see it, but there's a table there. I don't believe in angels. I actually know they're there. They're very nice. They're very pretty or beautiful. So, okay, we're going to do the psychic weather, which is a lot like regular weather, except less damaging to crops. And how this works is I'm going to draw 3 cards. I don't draw them beforehand. The first card is the week starting now. So it's about the beginning of the week. The next card is the middle of the week. So it's kind of the weekend. The third card, and I know you're catching on here, is towards the end of the week. And let's do this. So what is the first card? Help me out here. Okay. Oh, nice. Wasn't expecting that. First card is, what is it? It's the 10 of Cups. And there's a couple looking at a rainbow of golden cups in the sky, which means either they're having an acid flashback or this is a metaphor for a kind of happiness that you didn't know was possible, specifically in relationships. When I get this card for clients, it often means either that you're going to get engaged or you're going to meet somebody very soon. You might even be with them, who's going to play a really important role in your life, even if you become jaded or disillusioned by past relationships, she says, bursting into tears. Sorry. Bitter? No, not me. Um, no, I'm not bitter, just experienced. So this is a great card. It means that some part of you is getting ready to have a real kind of soulmate relationship. Just to be clear, soulmate relationships, we have a lot of them. They're not always male, female. We have friends who can be soulmates. I had a cat who was a soulmate. And there's more than one in our life. So there. I love doing that. That's so much fun. Okay, the middle. This is interesting. I don't usually get cards upside down. When I get a card that's reversed, it means the meaning is similar to if the card's right side up, but if it's reversed, it's a variation of that meaning. Often it's not a very nice variation, but this card I like to see reversed because right side up, this card means lost in fantasy, are we? Perhaps drinking or smoking the devil's lettuce a little too much? Are we fantasizing about stuff without doing it? No, right side up, that's what this card means. Upside down, this card means it's time to start putting foundations under your dream castles. Is that even a word? It is now. It's time to start taking your dreams seriously. Life is short. So is an ex-boyfriend of mine, but I don't know why I'm bringing that up. And we actually, if we just take the time to do a little planning and do stuff that scares us, we can have our dreams. So this is like you can have your dreams card. I love that. And the last card, I love this. Interesting. This card, it's the Parrot Spirit card. This is from Colette Baron Reed's Animal Spirit deck, which I love. Parrot Spirit is a card that means before you say anything hurtful or before you clobber somebody over the head with an opinion that you haven't really thought about, not that you would, but there are people who do, or before you deal with somebody like that, if you're going to be somebody like that, which you're not going to be because you are my cherished ducklings and my listeners and watchers are fabulous people. But if you come up against somebody like this, who is parroting things that they haven't really thought about, take a deep breath. Remember that we're all God's children, and then punch them in the no, don't punch them in the nose, and then come back with either a measured response, an adult response, or walk away. Don't let yourself be provoked this week, is what I'm trying to say. Everybody's very on edge, so honeyed words. Well, there's some sort of biblical quote, but all I can remember is honey because I'm hungry. But be the person who pours oil on troubled waters, or just pour oil on the person who's annoying you. Okay, Laura, you still there?
Yes. Hi.
Oh, yay. Good. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. All right,
Thank
I
you.
like to connect people through their birthdays. So when is your birthday? You don't have to tell me the year. Yeah.
Yes, April 22nd, 80.
Oh, I have shoes older than you. Please. Oh, you're a Taurus. We love Tauruses. I think that's Shakespeare's birthday. Cool. All right, my love. You feel like you've got a couple of questions bubbling in that extremely active noggin of yours.
Yes.
Do you want to address the love and happiness question or the career and focus question?
Oh, happiness.
Yay. Happiness is good. Okay. Let me just see here. Oh, you're so lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you are. You had a great energy. Here's the thing. You're taking care of everybody else. Everybody else. I think you probably noticed that you're in kind of a transitional time. I mean, I could say that to anybody, but you really are.
Yeah.
And you're here's the thing. When we outgrow our limitations, we can feel like, who am I now? Because a lot of us think our limitations are our identity. If I've always been a flake and suddenly I'm not a flake, it's like, who am I? And when we become soft shell crabs, let me explain that. Hard shell crabs molt during spring, and their hard shells fall off, and then they've got these very tender shells, and they're very vulnerable, but that means they've outgrown their old shell. So try not to get eaten with garlic butter and parsley is not actually the moral here. What I mean is, until your new sort of identity hardens, let yourself be surprised by what you love, what you're good at, who you're interested in, who you don't want to talk to anymore. I'm going to keep going, but am I on the right track here? Is this making sense to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of old stuff has sort of fallen away from you. And there are some friendships that, what's the expression? People are in our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or for us to borrow money from. But I think you've outgrown a lot of people. And I think you're also thinking about what your next almost career is. You're starting to take your considerable intelligence seriously.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. What was that?
Oh, my friend turned on the radio.
Oh, good. Hit him for me. I thought I was hearing things. Now, it feels like you were in a long-term relationship for a long time. It feels like that ended maybe 2 years ago. I'm going out on a limb here. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sort of.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A little longer, 2 years, but yeah.
Okay. A multiple of 2. How's that? I'm gonna cover my butt here. And I feel like there's a part of you that feels you'll never have a relationship again, and I feel like there's a part of you that's dating. But here's the thing: don't rush it. Don't worry. Usually, it's the moment when we say, "I can't even remember what being in love feels like. I'm fine with being single for the rest of my life. I'm okay with that." Usually, that's the moment that we get run over by the love truck. And I actually think that within the next 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to be, again, surprise seems to be the theme of this show. You're going to be surprised because you're going to meet somebody and just sparks. And you'll know because you'll have some really bizarre things in common. Like you'll have a tattoo of your aunt or something. Okay, maybe not that specific, but you might, you know what? You'll just trust me. You will know. And it's really not far off. Also, you think you're too old or thin or not thin or what. You're lovely. You have absolutely lovely presence. I get the feeling you're physically quite attractive. Not that that matters, but it's nice. Do you have dark hair?
I don't feel that way, but
yeah, that's why I'm saying it, because I look back when I was modeling and I thought I was hideous. It's like, if I could go back and tell that girl, you know what, just like yourself, enjoy this. It's not going to last forever. Do you have kind of high contrast coloring naturally? Dark hair, pale skin?
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. I love your coloring. And you have very unusual eyes, and I think they're slightly almond shaped. Is that correct? Nice cheekbones, too.
Yes.
Yeah. And then chin, you got it in chin, it's so cute. Almost a heart-shaped face. Is that correct?
I'm sorry.
Almost a heart-shaped face.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're
wild.
I love being right. It's my favorite thing. Um, you're going to be fine. You really are. You're going to be just fine. Um, and I'm
That's
not just
good.
saying that. I'm not even trying to borrow money here. You have
What
kids?
about the one that I'm speaking to right now? There's a guy that I'm.
Yeah, he's good.
There's a guy that's. Yeah.
He's not forever. You know that. He's Mr. Right now, and that's fine. You're not actually that into him. I think you think you should be, but you're not. He's not smart enough for you. I'm sorry, I'm kind of blunt. You need somebody who challenges you on more levels. Don't settle. Yeah. You don't have to. So hang out with him until this new guy comes along, and then dump him unceremoniously. Ethics. That's my specialty.
That's good stuff.
All right, my darling. I've got, I think, Jenny in Queensland, Australia. So I'm going to go give her life-changing advice. But you stay in touch. I'd like to know what happens. And I really do think 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, please do. I'm Peri Lyons, PERILYONS. You can reach me on my website, which is perilyons.com, or on Facebook, or just since I'm psychic, you can just think about me and I'll call you.
Sounds great. Thanks.
All right, sweetie. Take care.
Good night.
Bye. Darling, Queensland Gold Coast person, are you still there?
I am indeed. Hello.
Oh, hello, darling. How are you? Oh, God. I used to live in Sydney. I miss Australia so much. It's so great.
Oh,
Everything
really?
there is, oh, God, yeah. Everything there is 13% bigger, brighter, and weirder than it is here. And I just love that. Including you, in fact.
You make me laugh. Yeah. No, you're right there, though. You're right. Very much bigger, weirder, and variety.
Oh, so everybody was better dressed than I was, and I'm a New Yorker, so I was like, I'm going to teach you rural people what. Oh, damn, these people are better looking than. Damn it, they're better dressed. Man, I got a big slice of humble pie. So, my angel, speaking of fashion and fabulous stuff like that, I think that's something that you're probably part of. You're very creative. How can I help you? Oh, and tell me your birthday first. That's how I connect to people.
My birthday? Okay, the 10th of December. Do you want my year as well?
If you feel like it.
Yeah, 1964.
Oh, you're a dragon. Oh, you're a Sagittarius dragon.
I know.
I'm coming over. We're going out for beer. You're awesome.
Yeah, the golden dragon, isn't it? I think.
Yes. It's a great year. I'm a tiger, so tigers and dragons get along great.
They would. They would.
Yeah, they would. Well, we beat everybody else up. You're kind of a boss lady. You're very good at running stuff, and you're very entrepreneurial. You're very creative. You're cool. How can I help you, Miss Cool? Or Miss Cool?
Oh, I didn't think I was cool at all. No, I'm just wondering what's happening for me.
What's coming up?
Coming up soon, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit confused and everything. I'm a bit lost. Just wanting to know if there's anyone around or what's going to be happening in my life, or
I'm going to reframe
tell me
the
what
confused.
I'm going to be doing.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it clean. I'm going to reframe the confused thing for you. Thank you for catching that. I'm going to reframe the word confused for you, because I think it's interesting, because when people call in, they often have similar energies or frequencies. They're going through similar things. I think you've actually, again, kind of outgrown your old self. You're a very powerful person. You just are. You know that. You're a boss lady. And you are entrepreneurial. I want you to have a clothing shop. I don't know why, but I want you to have like I want you to be like an influencer in fashion and fabulosity. You have a fabulous quality about you. Now, the other thing is you look 15 years younger than you are. So sod you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very cute.
I have been fortunate in gene pool.
Yeah, you have. Well, it's I think you're half Slavic or something like that. You've got that. Looks like you've got. Oh, you got almost all of these skin. You got great skin. And blonde streaks. Am I seeing you right? Of,
Well,
uh,
yeah, I've had it all done and everything. I used to, do the blonde streaks and everything like that. Obviously, they're grey now these days, but
oh,
no,
darling,
yeah,
you don't
that's
have to
pretty
be.
much me.
Okay, one thing I think you're doing is you're telling yourself you're too old for stuff. You're actually entering, I think, one of the absolute killer diller best times of your life. I mean, guaranteed. Um, I think that you have to stop being nice, and you're thinking, I'm not nice. Um, you can be because you're scared of your own power a bit. Power is not anger; they're not the same thing. And you're a little scared of your own anger, and that's a family of origin thing. And I'm not going to get into that, but um, I would start doing one thing a day that scares you. Take some sort of risk. I don't mean like skydiving without, skydiving while holding an anvil. Not dumb risks. Who does that?
I think I know, get out of my comfort zone. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's some stuff that you can do, and there's some people that you should be around. It's time for you to kind of level up your. I mean, I like your friends; they're lovely, but it's time for you to kind of find people who challenge you and are a little more on your level. Um, you need to just stop thinking about age altogether. Okay, just stop, because you're talking yourself out of a lot of stuff with that. And you come from a really long-lived family, at least on one side. So I'm seeing 92 for you. So don't even bother with. I've got a friend who's in her 60s who gets a lot more action than many of my friends in their 30s.
I only hear it.
Yeah. I think you're
been a long
catching
time
my
between
drift.
drinks.
Yeah. Are you single now? I can't
Yes.
quite tell. Yeah. Okay.
No. Yeah.
You are and you aren't. It's a little confusing. There's somebody in the background, but it's kind of like he's either a particle or a wave. Tell me what's going on there.
Well, it could be something that someone I don't wish to ever see ever again.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not. He's around though. I know he is. Yeah. No, he's not a good person in my life.
Whoa.
And there's also another one who's no longer around in this living life, and I'm sure he does it around every now and again too.
Yeah. Yeah. So these people have crossed over,
right.
or just vamoosed. There's somebody coming up for you I really like. But I want you to have fun. I want you to buy brightly colored clothing, and I want you to dress inappropriately for your age. And I want you, because for you, the best thing you could do every morning is ask yourself the following question. All right, darling, what would the happiest woman in the world do right now? And then do that, because you have such a talent for joy, such a talent for fun. And I think that you've been sort of bending to other people's. I think a lot of people have said, "Well, you tone it down a little. You're just too much," or they've given you that impression. Don't tone it down. You're not too much. You are fabulous. You really are. I'm a very good judge of people.
Thank you.
So, yeah, burn down the house. I mean, not literally, but that would be bad unless you're insured. If somebody's coming up, probably not for another 4 to 6 months. You're in Queensland.
Yeah.
You're going to meet somebody. Yeah. Actually, I have a lot of friends there. I'll fix you up. Here's what I would recommend if you want to meet somebody, whether male, female, llama, whatever you want. Go to live music, because I think you like live music, and it's something about seeing music live just brings your soul to life. It just does. And go to a beach, something around. Motor down to Bondi and hang out with the tourists and have bad champagne and huge shrimp. Jumbo shrimp. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? Jumbo shrimp. Okay, we got 2 minutes, so I'm going to stay with you if that's okay. There are there's a young man and a young woman in your vicinity who look like you, but I don't know if they're your children or not. My children thing seems to be broken today. So, are these just random
Oh,
people?
no, no. There's a tricky one, actually. Like, could it be a sister or could it be like,
Yeah.
no,
Do you have
yeah,
nieces? These are like nieces and nephews or somebody. Are you going to go? It would be really good if you wanted to go visit some family. You're a brother and a sister, right?
yeah, I've got two sisters and a brother, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I was adding a sister in there. I figured we'd already talked about
No,
that.
no, you're right, you're right. You're right.
Who's the one with kids? Well, two of them have kids.
Yes, they do. My brother doesn't, but my two sisters do.
Yeah, they do. Go visit the sister you like. Something good's going to happen if you do that. I think I like your brother too. He's a little staid, but he's fine. Yeah, I would do that. It's funny. I don't know. I'm getting this very strongly. I have no idea why. If you can take a weekend and go hang out with your sister and her kids, something good will happen. I'm not sure what, but it's going to change your luck.
Right.
But your luck is changing anyway. Your luck really is changing. You had kind of a crap.
Righto.
This time last year, you had a crap year, but things are changing for the better. Woo!
Wow. That's nice to hear.
No, but it's going to. Give it till the turn of the year. And go to the beach a lot because I know it's different. You're opposite us. Anyway, I've got to go. You are wonderful. I'm so glad you called. I get the best people. Mwah! All right, guys. See you next week.